the conference through this valedictory function. At the beginning, Dr. Prashant Vishwanath is going to welcome the gathering. Dr. Prashant Vishwanath is an inspiring teacher who has been motivating his students to learn biochemistry with full vigor and fervor. He has contributed a great deal in promoting medical education at the JSS Medical College. His role in establishing the Center for Molecular Biology and Regenerative Medicine is quite praiseworthy. Dr. Prashant has taken a lead in starting new investigations in the clinical laboratory in Mysuru district, providing quality results. Over to Dr. Prashant M. Vishwanath. Kindly deliver the welcome address.
A very good afternoon to one and all. It's a proud privilege to be standing here at the valedictory function of the 62nd annual meeting and the international conference of the Association of Microbiologists of India. It was a proud privilege for our institution as well to be a part of this prestigious event being organized in the heritage city of Mysore. At the outset, I welcome all the dignitaries as well as the participants who have been through the entire 3 days and some of them even 5 days of the workshop plus conference at this Vignan Bhavana, Mysore, at the University of Mysore. I welcome Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, the Director of CSIR CFTRI Mysuru, as a chief guest and who has agreed to be here with us on this occasion. I welcome Professor Dayanand Aksar, the Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, who is the guest of honor, along with Professor K.S. Rangappa, the former Vice Chancellor of University of Mysore, and Dr. As a guest of honor for this function. I welcome Dr. Namita Singh, the General Secretary of Association of Microbiologists of India from New Delhi, Professor S. Satish, the Chair of the Department of Studies, Microbiology, then Professor R. Shivappa, and Professor Dr. C.D. Mohan for this valedictory function. I also welcome Dr. Prakash Halami sir for this valedictory function. Thank you very much. I welcome all the participants, the dignitaries, as well as my colleagues and friends, and as well as members of the media for this valedictory function. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request the organizers to present the bouquet to the dignitaries on the dais. Professor K.S. Rangappa, who is presiding over the valedictory function. Professor Dayanand Aksar, Vice Chancellor, Gulbarga University, Kalburgi. Professor Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, Director, CFTRI, Mysuru. Professor Praveen Rishi, President, AMI, New Delhi. Dr. Prakash M. Halami, Chief Scientist, CFTRI, Mysore. Dr. Prashant M. Vishwanath, Research Director, JSS Aher. Dr. Namita Singh, General Secretary, AMI, New Delhi. Dr. Mohan AM, CEO, KSTA. I'm sorry, Ramesh. Dr. Ramesh AM, CEO, KSTA, Government of Karnataka. Dr. C.D. Mohan, Department of Studies in Molecular Biology, and also the organizing secretary of this international conference. Dr. Prakash Halmi has significantly contributed to the understanding of antibiotic resistance in lactic acid bacteria and bacteriocin biosynthesis, as well as development high throughput screening method for detecting antibiotic producing microorganisms from food sources. He has published more than 121 papers in reputed reviewed journals, and has also presented over 200 papers in scientific forums and has 4 Indian patents. His work has been recognized through several awards: CSIR, CFTRI Foundation Day Award, Raman Research Fellowship Award, besides receiving 15 Best Paper Awards in conferences. I request Dr. Prakash Halmi to give us the proceedings of this international conference.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dignitaries on the dais. I have a privilege to present this scientific activities of last 3 days. As we know that this 3 days, 62nd AMI International Conference was kindly inaugurated by Padma Shri Dr. C.N. Manjunath, Director, Jayadeva Institute of Cardiovascular Sciences, in presence of Dr. Ayappan, Padma Shri, and Chairman, Karnataka Science and Technology Academy as a chief guest. Other dignitaries of the inaugural functions were Dr. Namita Singh, General Secretary AMI, Dr. Praveen Rishi, President AMI, Professor K.S. Rangappa, former Vice Chancellor. The inaugural function was presided by Honorable Vice Chancellor of Mysore University, Professor G. Hemant Kumar. Dr. C.N. Manjunath, in his inaugural address, has highlighted the importance of microbiologists in clinical practices and the role led by microbiologists, especially during the COVID pandemic. He also stressed the importance of sanitary practices that's caused by the bacterial as well as the viral infection in clinical setting in a day-to-day activities. Dr. Ayappan emphasized more about the importance of microbes in sustainable healthcare. He also stressed on how microbes are being used as an economic development to meet the sustainable development goals of United Nations General Organizations. Professor Rangappa has emphasized about the application of organic chemistry research in developing a new drug targets, vaccine candidates. He also narrated his findings with reference to the toxal derivatives, microbial fermentation for high-value drugs against several deadly diseases. Dr. Anil Dutt Samwal, Director, DRDO DFRL, has stressed on need for frontier research in the area of food microbiology, particularly with reference to the civil and defense areas and the bioterrorism. Dr. Praveen Rishi, AMI President, has elaborated the journey of AMI since its inception and its achievements and the services to the nation. Professor G. Hemant Kumar, while delivering his presidential address, provided the information in frontier area of bioinformatics, nanotechnology, and more importantly, the microbial biotechnology as an interdisciplinary science. All the dignitaries stressed the importance of this conference to be concluded as Mysore Declaration. After inaugural session, we had 2 plenary lectures. The first one by Dr. Sarman Singh, Director, AIMS Bhopal, on translation research in microbiology. The second plenary lecture was Professor Apparao Padule, former Vice Chancellor of Central University, Hyderabad. He spoke on the pigeon pea microbiome. Post-lunch, we had 3 plenary lectures, and the speaker were Dr. Shyam Vishwanath, Director, Kerala Forest Research Institute, Dr. Yogendra Singh, Dr. Bhagyaraj, and all the speakers spoke about their area of expertise. Parallel session include the lead talks by Dr. Rajesh Dhankar. Dr. UC Banerjee delivered his lecture online mode. During evening of the first day, a technical session comprises the lead talk delivered by Dr. K.K. Sharma on metalloenzyme on gut microbiome. Dr. Rajshekar Salar was the another speaker, followed by Dr. Bandatta De, Dr. Asha Chaube, Dr. Shiv Kumar, etc. Other parallel session of the day one include the lead lecture by Dr. Prakash, Dr. H.S. Mishra, Dr. Tripathi, Dr. Nilesh Amritkar. We had actually the young researchers who had a opportunity to give their presentations, and there were 40 oral presentations given on the first day itself. There was also an overwhelming response wherein 165 young researchers presented their work in a poster sessions. Major scientific deliberations were also made in a day two, where the day two started with a plenary lecture delivered by Professor Sunil Pabbi, AMI President-elect, followed by Dr. Soumya Chatterjee. This was followed by the 4 parallel session comprising AMI Lifetime Achievement Awards, GS Rangaswamy Award, AMI Young Scientist Award, as well as AMI Academy of Microbiological Sciences Fellow Awards. Parallel session include the plenary talk delivered by Professor K.R. Sridhar, followed by several lead lectures also. In the afternoon of day 2, we had 3 each online as well as offline lead lectures also. There were 32 oral presentations and 190 offline posters presented by young budding researchers. Other highlight of the day 2 includes annual general body meeting, followed by the award ceremony. And as I stated, 3 fellow awards were given, 7 young scientist award, 1 senior member award, and 2 lifetime achievements awards, beside the best paper award in the Indian Journal of Microbiology. Today, as a day 3, as a concluding day of this 62nd AMI, started with a plenary lecture by Professor Dayanand Aksar, Gulbarga University Vice Chancellor, and other 2 plenary speakers were Professor M.K. Malik, former Vice Chancellor of Keladi Shivappa Nayak, University of Agriculture and Horticulture Sciences, Shimoga, Dr. Prakashji, scientist, IRI, New Delhi. Subsequent sessions include 7 lead presentations with the distinguished speakers arrived from different parts of the country. A total of 30 oral presentations we have seen in this morning, along with the 150 poster presentation by young researchers in their respective session. Day 3 also has an interesting session this morning, and that was about the Young Entrepreneurs Meet, comprising of 3 lectures in the area of food technology, startup, entrepreneurship through MSME. There was a special session on women in science, comprising of 3 distinguished speakers with an excellence in their scientific career. In total, we had actually 12 plenary lectures, 45 lead lectures, 2 lifetime achievement awards, 3 fellow award lectures, 7 young scientist award, 113 oral presentation, 160 oral presentation online, 510 poster presentation offline, 280 poster presentation offline. So altogether, there was a deliberation of 1,148 online as well as offline deliberations in these 3 days. We had a child-centric activities on microbiology awareness, and that was actually concluded in JSS Medical College, where 120 high school students got benefited from the opportunity. Another important event of 62nd AMI was that we had a 4 pre-conference workshop in a different area of microbiology research, and one of them was organized in CFTRI Mysore on fermentation technology, upstream and downstream processing. And large number of delegates as well as the student participate got benefited. I am sure each of the participant of this 62nd AMI conference is happy, satisfied with the scientific deliberation that we had, and the opportunity they got to interact with the other colleagues. I shall conclude my proceeding presentation by recalling the advice by Dr. C.N. Manjunath. Sincerity is more important than seniority. Values are more important than valuables. Mindset is more important than marks. And loyalty is more important than royalty. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Prakash. Now, the valedictory function was scheduled, as you all know, between 1 and 3 p.m. Owing to unavoidable circumstances, it was postponed. And some of the students have booked their train tickets. We completely sympathize with them. What best we can do under the circumstances is we can request the speakers and the dais, the dignitaries, to, as far as possible, cut short their speeches. Straight away, I'm going to introduce the chief guest, who is going to deliver the valedictory address, Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, Director, CSIR CFTRI Mysuru. Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh is an accomplished food technologist and active researcher who took over the directorship of CFTRI in 2021. She is currently focusing on alternate and unconventional sources of protein and micronutrients to combat malnutrition and development of novel food ingredients for health benefits. Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh studied at CFTRI and has worked in her alma mater since 1991. She was in Hanover, Germany on DAAD fellowship. She has over 50 papers published in peer-reviewed journals and a total of 11 patents to her credit, including 5 US patents. Not many children realize the expectations of their parents. Dr. Sridevi's parents named her Annapurna, and she has lived up to her name. I request Dr. Sridevi to deliver the valedictory address.
Elrigu namaskara. A very good afternoon to everybody present here, dignitaries on the stage, of the dais, all the delegates, invitees, students, ladies and gentlemen. I'll keep it short as advised. And, you know, when we go to school or when we go to college, when we are working outside, we never realize the hidden hand that is there, which is working silently at home so that we can be comfortable and do our jobs. So the recognition is not given. Similarly, probably microorganisms, we have never given them that recognition as to the work that they are doing. If the world is the way it is today, it is because of these microorganisms. You take any field, they are there. Whether it is health, I think the recent pandemic has shown us how important they can play a role. It could be bad for us, but at the same time, we have to recognize and take care. And therefore, be it agriculture, for example, again, microorganisms play a very great role. Today, we hear words like life cycle assessment, climate change, environmental damage, so on and so forth. In all of this, there is a fear that the microorganisms, if they are not tolerant enough, then we cannot grow or cultivate crops the way we are doing. So agriculture itself, if you look at it, we are clearing forests, we are eroding the soil and so on. And because of all these changes, the climate is also changing. And we are, on the other hand, wasting 30% of the food that we are growing. The world is actually wasting the food that is grown. So 1/3 of the land that is used, and we know that we have only finite amount of land. So 1/3 of the land that is used for agriculture, the food that is grown is wasted. Now, what happens to this? It is going to be fermented. Microorganisms are going to break it down. And by this, we are getting greenhouse gases. Again, there is heating of the earth and so on. So any sector you take, again, if you take food also, which is my career, you find in olden days, we had already recognized the power of these microorganisms. So if you were sick, then probably, or if you had a stomach upset, we would be given curd. So the fermented milk which turns to curd was recognized to be good. So actually, today we talk about gut health and we talk about the gut microbiome, but since ages, man knew that good bacteria is there, and if you are sick because of certain bad microorganisms, then you have to replace it so that the good microbiome will again start growing. So for every cell in our body today, we know there are 10 microbial cells. Actually, they are controlling how healthy we are. So if we take care of our gut, then we are taking care of our health. Again, if we talk about other sectors also, it could be in diagnosis and so on, even in molecular biology research, everywhere we are using these microorganisms. Traditional foods, we have many examples. Today, newer examples are also coming. At the same time, microorganisms per se, if we don't use also, the metabolites or the molecules that are present in them, or the way they convert certain molecules into others, are being made use of by us. It could be organic acids, it could be alcohol, could be so many examples are there. Enzymes are one such. Usually we are using a large number of enzymes because they are considered green and sustainable technologies. So if you take food, for example, we use enzymes as processing aids, maybe to increase the juice yields, maybe to convert lactose into lactic acid, so that people who have lactose intolerance can still take a milk product. So like this, there are many ways in which we use these microorganisms. In the same food, many times you find that some of the organisms can be pathogenic and they can be harmful. So we don't want such thing. If you look at Indian agriculture, for example, groundnut is grown very extensively in our country. Unfortunately, we are not able to export because of the aflatoxin problem. Now, aflatoxin is nothing but a molecule that is secreted by Aspergillus flavus, which is a fungus, and it is present in the soil. So there is a very simple way of avoiding it, is to bring down the moisture to such a level that the fungus does not grow. So this is where microbiologists can play a role and handhold with other, either the farmers or the food technologists and so on, to make sure that whatever we are having and we are our resources can be protected to an extent, and then harness these microorganisms to get the best out of them. I'm sure the last 3 days have been wonderful, and you would have got to hear many aspects of microbiology, and I hope that the students are very enthused. You are at the right place at the right time. Microorganisms, everybody, the world realizes that they are ruling, and therefore you will have the best opportunities. I wish you all the very best, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam. Professor Dayanand, sir, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, Kalaburgi, Karnataka, has more than 34 years of teaching experience with 38 years of research. He has successfully guided more than 23 students for their PhD, has been a visiting professor in SFIT, EPFL, Switzerland, invited professor, University of Helsinki, Finland. Research Awards, Fellowship of the Academy, KSTA, Government of Karnataka 2021, Research Publication Award, VGST, Government of Karnataka 2018, International Conference Best Presentation Award 2012. I request Professor Dayanand, Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, to deliver the guest of honor speech.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. Good afternoon to all of you, very distinguished dignitaries on the dais, and very expert professionals related to the microbiology, and all the participants. I think it is not the time for me to talk on microbiology, but certainly I would like to place before two views to the AMI. I think all of us across the world has realized after this pandemic incidents, the power of the microorganisms. To understand the role of microorganisms, more than that, I think it is a high time for us to revive the AMI, looking into how the microbiologists and the microbiological institutions can be well connected, not only in the country, but across the world. We know that India is leading and has led on many occasions during the pandemic incidences. That's how the AMI can take really a lead in connection. And particularly, the country has come out with a new National Education Policy 2020, which is a highly integrated disciplinary approach. I hope AMI can take a lead further in connecting these institutions through the various areas, specializations of microbiology in the country as well. I'm extremely happy to be associated with these AMI activities. As I was referring in the morning, way back 20 years, that is during 2001, Gulbarga University has organized 42nd AMI annual conference at Gulbarga University, where I was the organizing secretary. It is after that event I'm actively involved now. And it was since past 10 years or so, because of my involvement in the administration, I'm not closely associated with the AMI activities. I hope I would continue to get myself involved in the activities of AMI also further. And with these few words, I thank AMI once again and the organizers. Congratulations to the Mysore University and all the associated institutions for having successfully conducted this event. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. Professor K.S. Rangappa has made very significant contributions to chemical biology, drug discovery. Yes, present. A slight change in the program. Dr. Ramesh A.M., CEO, Karnataka State Technology Academy, Government of Karnataka. He's the organizing secretary also. Dr. A.M. Ramesh, CEO, Government of Karnataka, is basically an environmental engineer. I'm scientist, so to say. He has carried out projects related to coastal zone management, fisheries and environmental management, and water resource related projects. As Chief Executive Officer, Karnataka Science and Technology Academy, he is coordinating the activities of KSTA throughout the state. He has published several articles in standard journals in both Kannada and English on ecological monitoring, biodiversity, wetlands, and coastal zone management. I request you, sir.
Ellargu namaskara. Good afternoon, everybody. Most respected scientist, distinguished scientist, and former Vice Chancellor of Mysore University, Honorable Dr. K.S. Rangappa sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, Professor Dayanand sir, Esteemed Director of CFTRI, Sridevi Annapurna Singh Madam, President of this association, General Secretary of AMI, and other dignitaries on the dais. First of all, I am very thankful to the organizers for including KSTA also in organizing committee. ಒಂದ್ ರೀತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೂವಿನ ಜೊತೆ ನಾರು ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಸೇರಿದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತು. In fact, I was not very actively involved in organizing this program. I am not also a microbiologist. I'm basically a fisheries scientist. not doing any microbiology. Now I am involved in popularization of science. Long ago, I studied microbiology for nearly 10 years. Right from my bachelor's, master's, and PhD, I studied microbiology. After that, I shifted to the other domain, remote sensing, where no microbiology was required. All the same, even though being a odd man out, at this juncture, I would like to express few of my thoughts from my days as a student in College of Fisheries. Right from basics of microbiology, aquatic microbiology, food microbiology, we had many courses. And also in fish processing technology, microbiology was one of the important subjects that we studied. As you know, canning is also requires microbiology. We were taught about the botulinum cook. Clostridium botulinum is one of the very dangerous microorganisms. We had to kill the Clostridium to make it very sterile. After that, we studied Salmonella, Staphylococcus, and other organisms in our fish processing. Fish sausage we used to make, and we were asked to study these organisms, as we had to sterilize before giving it to the general public. And after in my master's, I studied plankton ecology, wherein harmful algal blooms were happening around the Mangalore coast, where we went for sampling. And often we used to encounter green water phenomena. Noctiluca was the culprit. And in fact, Noctiluca scintillans was responsible for red tides, but green tide was happening because of another symbiotic organism which was inside the Noctiluca called Protoeuglena. After that, not much of microbiology I have studied. I heard that more than 400 research papers and posters were presented during these 3 days. Of course, COVID, as you know, has amply exemplified the importance of microbiologists in today's world. KSTA, as you know, is not a research institute. It is into popularization of science. 3 of our honorary fellows, Professor Angappa sir, Dayanand Aksar sir, and Madam CFTRI Director Annapurna Madam are the honorary fellows of KSTA. We have 13 experts in the committee. Under their guidance, we organize many programs across the state, and we do fund research, small researches. And last year we funded around 60 research projects across the state, and none of them were related to my own field, fisheries. Some of them were related to microbiology. I wish all of you a great future. Microbiology has a bright future ahead. On behalf of KSTA, once again, I thank all of you for associating with this program. Even though I am interested to become a member of AMI, I'm sure President and General Secretary would not agree, because I have not done any microbiology research. All the same, I should thank my friend Dr. Chandranayak for inviting me for this valedictory function. Thank you very much once again. Wishing all the young scholars a great future.
Thank you, Dr. Ramesh sir. Madam Praveen Rishi has already drawn our attention to some of the burning issues in the field of microbiology which demand urgent remedy during the inauguration function. So she said she'll speak for a couple of minutes. That should be music to your ears because she's going to be very, very short. She must be quite happy that the Mysore International Conference has gone on well. We hope we were able to touch the benchmark she set for this international conference. Over to Dr. Praveen Rishi, President of AMI.
Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, all the delegates, students, a very good noon to all of you. I won't take much of your time because I've already addressed the gathering during the inaugural address. So I would like to make 2 points. That was at the beginning of the event. Now we have come to the end of this event. I would like to make 2 points to the students particularly. It's really very heartening to see such a large number of students in this hall at this particular moment. I wish the same number I would have seen in the other, halls when the lectures were going on. We should never think that this lecture is not of my interest. In the inaugural session, I put forward, in front of you, the concept of One Health, which is coming from the government as well. So, we have to cross the boundaries, even if we are not related to that. We should see to it that how that can be applied to our domains, thus making it multidimensional or multidisciplinary. So these events are actually organized for the students only, because now whatever we wanted to do, we have done it. We are still doing it. But now the nation is looking to you to come up with your innovation and serve the society. There are lots of expectations from you people. This was number one I wanted to tell the students. Number two, whosoever is going to get the award, I do congratulate all the awardees, but my congratulations are also to those who may not be getting the awards. You see, for me, all the participants, all the students are winners. Once you have done your work, you have come all the way, presented your work with such confidence, that is an achievement in itself. So a big hand for all of you. So addressing the point of worthy Vice Chancellor, I would like to make a mention that your suggestion is being taken care of in the inaugural session, and in the GB also we have mentioned that in addition to the regular practice of organizing the annual meet, we are going ahead with the roadmap we presented yesterday. And you would be happy to know that since the start of this year, I mean from 1st of April, so far in these 4-5 months, we have already organized 13 events at the central level separately in order to keep the local units motivated. So several activities, whether they are related to generation of e-portals for the dissemination of information, or their social activities, or their academic, or their industrial, and all those things. So our idea is to spread the information, the subject of microbiology, about the application of microbes throughout the country, across the country, through our life members. So many stalwarts are there, you being one of those. I have heard you in the morning, and I was really delighted to know that so many stalwarts are there with us in AMI. AMI is bound to go to touch the limit is not there. We can touch the sky. If the AMI is progressing at the same height with the blessings from all the stalwarts, the legacy will be taken forward. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Dr. Namita Singh is very dynamic and possesses leadership qualities in abundant measure. She must be happy today as much as the President, Dr. Praveen, today that this 62nd Annual AMI International Conference has gone on so well. As an experienced microbiologist, she's in a position to tell us about the positive outcome of this international conference. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, Professor. Thanks to all the dignitaries on the desk and off the desk. And I'm really happy to see a lot of people are attending the final concluding session of our Association of Microbiologists of India. But I don't know why you people not attend the GB meeting, because if you attend the GB meeting, you know what is the activities we propose for the next
What is
session.
this yesterday, that hall?
We
even
are
that
the
hall,
people as a
they have to-
microbiologist. and I'm
Nobody, and
happy
the link
to
also
see
very
all-
disappointing.
very
Nobody is
happy in the
sitting,
end.
nobody is answering the
As
question.
I already told you in the initial inaugural session of our association
Supposed
conference.
to be a big conference, okay.
Total,
But
the
they have all put
total
disappointing.
31 sessions organized during that conference, out of
Yeah.
which 28 plenary sessions, and all are very
Yes, yes,
well
also.
structural.
Yes,
That
yes.
is very helpful for starting from the in all the 6 sections: agriculture microbiology, food microbiology, micromolecular and veterinary microbiology, and all the very well planned sessions is organized by the organizer. I am really thankful to well-structured conference. And in the end, we will release the proceeding for our 3 days conference, and it will be circulated each and every persons. And it is my humble request to all, please register on the web portal of our organization, so we will know about your whereabout, where you are, and all that you can say the electoral process also be shifted online process. Okay, so I will speak only how we can inculcate and enlighten our knowledge by interacting with the different peoples. We will organize certain sessions for the young minds. That is for the innovative sessions also, and where we can invite innovators from the different section of India, and all are requested to submit your proposals. And accordingly, we will promote them by giving some financial support also. And other than this, we also encourage different units in all over the India, because we divide it in the 6 section, all India. And then each and every unit is responsible for organizing a particular activities related with the different discipline of microbiology. And so my request to all the unit presidents, whosoever present here, or the members from the different units, please inculcate, and then just to ask to your office bearer at the unit, so they will know that what kind of activity and what kind of proposal they are submit to the central units, and accordingly we will evaluate these proposals, and we will award the some amount to them to organize certain kind of activity, because we are entering in the new education policy, and we are in line our you can say association in the proposed new education policies. Okay, if you have any other proposal, just to mail me on my official email, that is gs2020ami@gmail.com. Anytime you can mail me, and you will definitely get reply from my side. With these words, I am again thankful to all the organizers for organizing such a wonderful conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Professor S. Chandranaik, Organizing Committee Chairman of this 62nd International Conference, to announce the oral presentation awardees.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to announce that 62nd AMI International Conference Best Oral Presentation Awards. We have total 11 sessions, and we have nearly 293 oral presenters. out of which we have selected 20 best oral presenters. Mr. Sharma PVSRN from Central University, Hyderabad. So I request Dr. Praveen Rishi, President of AMI, to give a memento to the awardees. Ms. Savita Prashant. Ms. Aditi G. Please make it fast. Ms. Priyanka. Mr. H.K. Narendra Kumar. Ms. Reena Thakur. Ms. Akshata. Mr. Rangadeshan Krishnan. Dr. MP Raghavendra. Mr. Santosh Shiyar. Ms. Swaptika. Ms. Divya. Ms. Ruchi Jain De. Dr. Mahadev Kumar. Ms. Danteshwari Chalasani. Mr. Mufida KT. Ms. Sugopa Sen Gupta. Ms. Satakshi Hazara. Ms. Swati Srivastava. Ms. Bhavya G. Ms. Sugunda Mahajan. Congratulations, all the awardees.
Thank you, Professor Chandranayak. Now I request Professor S. Satish, another chairman of the organizing committee, to announce the poster presentation awardees.
Now, the list of poster presenter awardees will be given by our director, CFTRI director, madam. The first first it goes to Rimjim Patak. Bhavana. Priyanshi Jain. Himani Gandhi. Sardar Kumar Gaur. Ayush Paul. Pranami Bharadwaj. Priyamoda. Saket Mishra. Masrat Fatima. Sagar SP. Yogita. Rajalakshmi Siddharthan. Priya Patel, Shubhangi, Jayashri Das, Purna Majumdar, Ashok Kumar, next, Professor, I request Professor Namita Singh to give the memento, that is award to Renim Khalil, Vimala Devi, Mukulia Mandal, Arshita N, Akshata Kotian, Onda Vishal, Shivangi Patak, Shailaja S, Sahana S, Madam.
Last one.
Now I request Rangappa sir to hand over the awards to the. Where is Shaili? Thank you, madam. ಇಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ರಂಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ರಂಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ರಂಗಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಹಾನ
Read down that special award, that's one, the title of this.
ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್
Yes.
ಸೆಂತಿಮೆಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ವಿ ಇಮ್ರಾನ್ ಅಹಮದ್ ಮೇಘಾ ವರ್ಷಿಣಿ ಗೌಡ ಚಲಾಲ್ ಬಾಟಿಯಾ ಮಾಧವಿ ಚಹಾರ್ Priyanka Shanai got AMI Dr. Rana Memorial Best Award.
Under this award, you can say 5,000 cash prize also included from the side of AMI. Priyanka Shenoy.
Ms. Masrat Fatima is not here right now, and her lab mate, Priyamoda, is taking the memento, receiving the memento on her behalf. Priyamoda.
You seem to have been working on it for many days. He expects us to be 350.
Smears are ready, huh? Yeah, I'll come.
Thank you.
Kindly take your seat, sir. Professor K.S. Rangappa, as the Vice Chancellor of 2 universities over a period of 8 years, has rescued the organizers time without number. This afternoon also, at a very short notice, he agreed to preside over this beautiful valedictory function, and he has conducted the proceedings in an exemplary manner. Please give a round of applause to Professor K.S. sir. One nimsha, sir. Professor Rangappa has made very significant contributions to chemical biology, drug discovery program, bioorganic and medical chemistry. His research is characterized by both novelty and innovation. His most important contributions have been towards the probing of synthetic small molecules, orienting to cellular therapeutic target in cancer. He is the Fellow of the Royal Society of Chemistry, UK, Fellow of National Academy of Sciences, India, Fellow of Biotechnology Research Society of India, Fellow of Indian Science Congress. Professor Rangappa organized 103rd National Science Congress in the University of Mysore and has also served as the General President for the 107th Indian Science Congress and UGC BSR Faculty Fellow. He has won many prestigious awards. Recently, he developed a COVID-19 antigen rapid detection kit and submitted to ICMR for evaluation and approval. In 2021, he has been elected as president of the Forum of Former Vice Chancellors of Karnataka. KSR's Shishya Vatsalya is legendary. He has successfully guided about 62 PhD candidates.
Can he send some four?
They all look up to him as a parent. This accomplishment stands out among all his achievements. It is a privilege to have him amidst us this afternoon. Over to Professor KSR to deliver the guest speech, the presidential remarks.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, the director of CFTRI, and fellow the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Gulbarga University, Professor Dayanand Sagar, Dayanand Aksar, Professor Praveen Rishi, Professor Namita Singh, Professor Satish Chandran Naik, Dr. Ramesh, Dr. Prakash Halami, Prasant, Dr. Mohan, and distinguished scholars of the day, ladies and gentlemen, media friends. I am really overwhelmed to see the participation of the participants, young participants, particularly at the University of Mysore. More than 1,500 participants. And there are 500 presentations. All of them are emphasizing on microbes, microbiologists. There are 10 different themes in the conference. And while going through the report submitted by Dr. Lamy, he has given the full details of the proceedings of the conference, including the inaugural.
This 1459 and all.
Briefly.
That's the one.
And I don't have to repeat everything now. Dr. Sridevi Annapurna mentioned the importance of the food products and microbiology's role in the society. And also the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Dayanand said the importance of microbiology, and many of the institutions should start with microbiology course, and it should be instituted. And you make use of the microbiology in the country or in general, the society. Dr. Ramesh said he wants to popularize the science. We need such, C.N.R. Rao used to do that one. Now, Dr. Ramesh has taken over that. He wants to popularize the science. Science, everyone needs science. Without science, no country can be progressed at all. Therefore, his institution is giving importance for this popularization of science, and also mentioned the importance of microbiology while he was the student. Praveen Rishi, of course, she is the, she enjoyed the 3 days conference, AMI conference at the University of Mysore, and he appreciated the participation of good number of students in this conference. Maybe because of Mysore, many students we have attracted. The credit goes to Mysore University also, city of Mysore. Yes, then I am sure more and more students should take the active participation in these conference. Namita Singh has given you the details of the society and how one can interact with the society, and also the conference related materials and thought. I never thought that microbiology is such a huge field. I'm only since I am a chemist, is a huge. Basically, I have understood from the proceedings of the last 3 days that microbiology has been expanded enormously in the last 2 decades. And during the inaugural function, Dr. Manjunath mentioned the importance of microbiology in every hospital, in every medical institutions. I'm a medicinal chemist who works on designing of small molecules against the therapeutically important proteins in cancer. The role of microbiology, of course, in cancer biology is enormous, in my opinion. And I'm sure the chemists or the medicinal chemists should be able to have a rapport at the coordination with microbiologists. And there are many, in fact, anti-cancer drugs have been discovered from microorganisms. Therefore, the importance of microbiologists and chemists in the world. We must make use of this opportunity to have interaction between the chemist, medicinal chemist, and the microbiologist in future. And I don't want to take much of your time. You're all tired and looking forward to go back. And I'm sure you all enjoyed all 3 days at the University of Mysore and the campus and so on. And I wish you have a great future. And I wish you best of luck. And at the outset, I must congratulate all the awardees, either oral or either post-presentation awardees for having taken at the University of Mysore in this AMI conference. I wish you all the best. Thank you, one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Dr. Praveen Rishi, President, AMI, Dr. Namita Singh, General Secretary, AMI, are extremely happy and delighted to felicitate the distinguished guests on the dais.
I invite our President-elect, Professor Pabbi, also come on the desk for felicitation of our organizers. Give me the number.
1, 2, 3.
Sir, please. Ma'am. From where, sir? From here? Okay. I request Professor Praveen Rishi and Dr. Pabbi, please felicitate our organizer, Professor K.S. Rangappa. Okay, patron. Yes, sir.
ಸರ್ ಹಂಗೆ ನಮ್ದು ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ಲಿ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೈಸೂರು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ
Thank you very much, sir.
ಬೇಡ ಇದು ಕೊಡುವ ಮಾಡು ಐಪಿ ಅಲ್ಲ
Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, Director, CFTRI.
ಸಲೈವ
Dr. A.M. Ramesh, CEO, KSTA, Karnataka. Dr. Prashantha Vishwanatha, Organizing Committee Secretary. Madam.
50.
Make it fast, madam.
50. Rajani.
Harini. Where is Harini? Who
Dr.
is
S.
this?
Chandra Nayak,
No, I think this one has done.
Organizing Committee Chairman.
No, that CSF, no. See, this is showing something else.
That's what happened.
In the
last
morning.
sample.
Yeah, in the morning. Here, no, it's looking like some epithelial cells are there. And see these organisms.
GPC and GNB.
And look at this. But this is difficult if she does like this. That also for CSF.
Dr. S. Satish, Organizing Committee Chairman.
Look at this. This is the gram stain.
What is that?
No, that is some stain particles. No, this is not the one. But there it's different, no?
There it's very clearly
No.
Dr. Prakash
What is
M.
this
Halami, Organizing Committee Secretary.
What to do? I'll write blood stain so it cannot be. Yeah, I'll write like that.
Zoom क्यों नहीं आ रहे हो आगे?
ನೋಡಿರಿ ಇವತ್ತು ಸಹ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೊಂದು
Dr. C.D. Mohan, Organizing Committee Coordinator.
ನಾನು ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿನ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಮೆನ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇನ್
5 to 6.
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಎಂತ ಮಾಡಿದಾರ
ಬೇರೆ ಮೆಥಿಲಿನ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಮೆಥಿಲಿನ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ GNB ಅಂಡ್ GPC ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ
ಬ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು.
ಎಂತದಪ್ಪ ಎಂತದಿಲ್ಲ
ಕಲರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ತಿಳಿಯುತ್ತೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫೋಕಸ್
Now is the
ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ
time to me and my JS, Dr. Anil, to felicitate our President AMI and the President-elect AMI.
ತೋರಿಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡಿ ನಾನು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆವೇ ಉಂಟು
Madam, without your self-guidance, we can't do all these things. Okay.
ನೋಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಮೆಥಿಲಿನ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಾಣ್ತದೆ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಪಿಂಕ್ ಎಪಿಥೆಲಿಯಲ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಕಾಣುದು ಯಾಕೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಎಂತದಪ್ಪ ಅವ್ರ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಎಂತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ ಹೀಗಾದ್ರೆ ಭಾರಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಉಂಟು ನಾನೀಗ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇನ್ ಹೌದು ನಾನೀಗ ಹಾಗೆ ಬರ್ದೆ ಎಂತ AFB ಸ್ಟೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಗ್ಯಾಬಟ್ಸ್.
Next, Dr. Sunil.
ಹರಿ
President-elect, ma'am.
ಓ ಹರಿಣಿ, ನಂಗೆ ಒಂದು ಡೌಟ್. ಇದು ಮೆಥಿಲಿನ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ನಂಬರ್ ಹೋದ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣುದಿಲ್ಲ.
President elect.
ನಂಬರ್ ಹೋದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರ ಅಂತ.
ಇದು 1527
27 ಪಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
1526B ಅದು
26B ನೋಡಿ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಸ್ಟೈನ್. Supposed to be CSF methylene.
ಅದು gram stain.
I can see gram negative bacilli and gram positive cocci. What to do now? She can't keep on changing like that. Let her repeat CSF and the next one. ಎರಡನ್ನು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಹರಿಣಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, CSF ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಾಕು. ಇದು ಪಸ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇದು ಕಾಣುದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಎಂತ ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ.
1527 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣುತ್ತೆ?
ಏನು ಇಲ್ವಾ?
26 ಮೆಥಿಲಿನ್ ಬ್ಲೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಂಟು.
And we invite you all in the
ಇಲ್ಲಿ
month
just
of
ನಾನು ಬರ್ದಿಟ್ಟೆ,
February,
repeats me ಅಂತ.
Kotak, and then 2023. And that date and time I will intimate on the website. And please download our, you can say, what you say? App also in your Android phone. So you will get immediately, you will get updates on your Android phone directly. Okay, thank you very much.
I would like the House to give a very big applause for our General Secretary and Joint Secretary both. For the last, I would say, couple of months, both have done lot of work, and day and night, they are basically in consultation with the local organizing committee. And so let us give a standing ovation to both General Secretary and Joint Secretary. They are the backbone of our association.
ಹುಡುಗರು ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಈಸ್ಕೊತಾರಂತೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಕಳ್ಸಿದ್ರು.
Wait.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸಿ ಸರ್. ಇದೇನ್ ಸರ್ ನೀವು
ಎರಡೇ ಇಬ್ರು ಹುಡುಗರುಗಳು ಬಂದಿಲ್ವಂತೆ, ಸುಮ್ನೆ ಎಲ್ರ ಮುಂದೆ ಕಳಿಸ್. ಹಿಮಾನಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ಶೋಭಾ ಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿ. ಹಿಮಾನಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ, ಶೋಭಾ ಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿ ಅನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಓಟ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಹಿಮಾನಿ ಗಾಂಧಿ,
ಶೋಭಾ ಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿ.
ಶೋಭಾ ಪ್ರಜಾಪತಿ.
ಸರಿ, ಅವಾರ್ಡಿನ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take your seat. We are coming to the end of the valedictory function. It will be over in a couple of minutes. To propose a vote of thanks, I call upon Dr. C.D. Mohan, who has published 76 papers and 5 book chapters with total citations of 2,200 and H index of 32, granted with 5 international patents, and 2 of them have been commercialized. Has received many awards, to name a few: NASA Young Scientist Award, Allahabad; PHSS Young Scientist Award, Lucknow; Umakant Sinha Award, ISCA, Kolkata. Recently, he delivered award lecture at the University of Paris, France, as a part of Best Publication Award with a cash prize of 1,000 euros. Ranked among top 2% of world scientists, elected member of NASA Allahabad and Royal Society of Biology, London, editorial board member of PLOS One and BMC journals. So I call upon the achiever, our own Dr. Mohan CD, to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, sir. So before I propose the vote of thanks, there are 2 awardees. Just now they came and approached us that they are here. I would like to call Himamshi Gandhi and Shobha Prajapati to receive their poster awards. I request Madam to give the awards. So with this, it is a privilege and the biggest honor bestowed on me to propose a vote of thanks to the 62nd Annual International Conference of the AMI, which has hosted a galaxy of academic giants and eminent scholars. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Hemant Kumar sir, in his absence, for his incredible support and patronage in the organization of this event. Madam Dr. Sridevi Annapurna Singh, Director of the CFTRI, kindly agreed to be the co-host of the conference along with partnering institutions. She also provided constructive suggestions and liberally permitted the staff members of CFTRI to take part in the organization of this event. Besides, she also actively took part in the Women in Science program and also valedictory program, despite our jam schedule. Thank you very much for all your support and encouragement, ma'am. So the next person that I would like to thank on this occasion is Professor Rangappa sir. As many of you are aware, he is one of the most dynamic administrators and accomplished scientists. I have been working under his supervision for the last 15 years. I always feel astonished to see his positive attitude and high energy levels throughout the day. He was directly involved in the organization of this conference and other activities, including the inspection of halls, logistics, etc. Thank you very much for your guidance and support, sir. Dayanand Aksar sir is a distinguished microbiologist who is with us today. Sir accepted our invitation to be the guest of honor on this occasion and traveled all along from Gulbarga. And he delivered a wonderful lecture today morning. I witnessed it and I felt very happy being administrator. He spoke so well about some of the research activities that are taking place in his laboratory. We sincerely thank you for obliging our request and decorating the dais, sir. Our sincere thanks to Professor Praveen Rishi, Madam, President of AMI, Professor Namita Singh, Madam, General Secretary of AMI, and other distinguished Central Council members and other AMI office bearer for regularly guiding us in the organization of this event through online meetings and also taking part in all our scientific activities from past 3 days, madams. The heads of the other partnering institutions, including Padma Shri Ayyappan sir, Dr. Anil Dutt Semwal sir, Dr. Surinder Singh sir, extended unconditional support in the organization of this event. We sincerely thank all of them for their timely support. Professor Chandranayak is one of the eminent scholars who work tirelessly at our campus. He works for the progress of Vignan Bhavan around the clock, and I'm sure that the Vignan Bhavan has taken a new dimension under his leadership. He is the first person to communicate with Professor Namita Singh and convinced her to allow us to organize this event in our campus. So along with him, Professor Satish, being the chairperson of the Department of Microbiology at the University of Mysore, involved in all research activities, as well as he allowed his postgraduate students and research scholars to work tirelessly in the organization of this conference. So I take this opportunity to thank both the chairperson, that is Professor Satish and Professor Chandranayak, on this occasion. The efforts of organizing secretaries, including Dr. Prakash Alami, Dr. Anand, Dr. Ramesh, and Dr. Prashant in the planning and smooth execution of this event are enormous. All of them are very jovial, positive, which results in the successful organization of this event. So I take this opportunity to thank all the organizing secretaries, sirs. So apart from this, successful organization of a scientific meeting can happen only if there are good speakers, good scientists as speakers. Scientific knowledge flow from generation to generation through this kind of gathering. Despite their busy schedules, renowned scientists have come all over from the different places to address this gathering. I take this opportunity to thank each one of them. We received the registration of over 1,500 delegates, and delegates are the heart of any function, because any scientist can address only if they populated. So I take this opportunity to thank all the participants for your overwhelming response. All the parallel sessions are smoothly conducted with the help of chairs, co-chairs, and rapporteurs. Though there were 4 sessions parallelly going on, the chairpersons did not burden the organizing team, and they took care of the work very voluntarily. So I thank each one of them individually. And so also a huge number of posters, online and offline presentations were carried in, we received, and many people, many eminent scholars judged those posters, either online or offline presentations. I take this opportunity to thank each of the jury members. I would be failing in my duties if I don't acknowledge the involvement of the organizing committee members and volunteers. The organizing committee members and volunteers from a broad range of institutions like CFTRI, JSS, AHER, DFRL, KFRI, Uraj College, AMI Mysore chapter, and the sister department of the Manas Gangotri campus. Each one of them tirelessly and selflessly worked from the past 3 months. My sincere apologies, as I am not taking the individual names of the organizing committee members and volunteers, since everyone have contributed immensely and the list goes very long. I take this opportunity to thank each one of you. Your sincere help is much appreciated and greatly acknowledged. Chairmen of various departments, faculty members, and sister departments of affiliated college and students across the science disciplines have gathered here. I thank everyone for your presence. I thank Professor Geeta and team for organizing cultural events and entertaining the participants. I thank the administrative heads of the University of Mysore for assisting us in organizing this event by providing the necessary administrative approvals on time. Funding agencies such as DST, DBT, NABARD, and some private firms and other scientific associations were kind enough to assist us through sponsorship. We immensely thank them for their support. I also thank the garden department of our University of Mysore for making floral decorations and staff of Vignan Bhavan for the timely help. I also take this opportunity to thank the event managers and other associated the companies for helping us in organization of this event. I thank Professor Nagana sir for comparing on this occasion at the highest standards. Lastly, we also thank the print and visual media for accepting our invitation to cover the conference news all the 3 days. If I have missed acknowledging anyone, it is purely unintentional, and kindly excuse me for that mistake. Thank you one and all.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this wonderful 3-day international seminar conference rather. So I wish all of you great success in your future. Thanks a lot. I thank the dignitaries on the dais once again. National anthem. National anthem. Play ಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಹಾಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Sir,